Hey, I'm gonna play you some intro music and then we'll get started. I don't know why this won't load right.
This week only, large two-topping pizzas and Domino's are just...
Oops.
Home in the valley, home in the city, home isn't pretty, ain't no home for me. Home in the darkness, home on the highway, home isn't my way, home I'll never be. Burn out the day, burn out the night. Can't see no reason to put up a fight. I'm living for giving the devil his due. I'm burning for you. I'm burning for you. Time is the essence, time is the season, time ain't no reason, got no time to show. Time everlasting, time to play these sides. Time ain't on my side, time I'll never know. Burn out the day, burn out the night. Now I want to tell you what's wrong from what's right. I've seen suns that were freezing and lives that were blue. But I'm burning for you. I'm burning for you. Burn out the day, burn out the night. Can't see no reason to put up a fight. I'm living for giving the devil his due. I'm burning for you. I'm burning for you. I'm burning for you. I'm burning for you.
Hey, let me end this. It should end automatically, but it doesn't. Anyway. Okay. Stop sharing screen so I can say hey. I'll get my banner up because these people be mad while striking. I've never struck anybody. Could have. Oh, let me shut my camera up. I ain't got no makeup or nothing on. All right.
Gummies.
All right. Hold on 1 second, guys. I got to get my kids' gummies. Thank you, baby. Love you. Okay, sorry, kids, Can't turn them off. Like to sometimes, they should have an on and off switch, but unfortunately, they do not come with one. Oh, I could have used one. She had to go to school today for that Saturday morning school for was some kind of STEM class or something. She had a blast. But let's say hi. I'm still debating about the summer program, but anyway, that's just a lot of the summer. And yeah, I don't know. Hey, Maureen. Hey, Brittany. Hey, Hope. How are you? Hey, Beer Can. Hey, Shorty. Hey, Norton Girl. Good to see you. Hey, Wendy. Hey, Shayla. Hey, Jane. Hey, Marcy. Um, there's been a lot still going on. I swear, people don't ever sleep on YouTube, do they? They don't ever take a freaking break. Nonsense did a good live earlier, or just now. I was in it till I couldn't be in it no more because I, waited till the last minute to leave. But that CJ's another whole kind of character. He's another whole kind of. What do you need now? Okay, it's exactly been 15 seconds and you're at the door. Okay, but clean it out, please, and put the hair in the trash. Shh. Okay, no more coming. Shut the door. No more coming to the door every 10 seconds. Let's time it. I give it 7.5 seconds and she'll be right at that door. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah, he's a whole nother character. But oh, Betty. Oh, Betty, you just never disappoint. You really never disappoint. You think I haven't seen your posts? I just haven't had time to read them. But we will. We will. Because, girl, you didn't even tell the truth there. Um, Shocker. SF Investigates put out a post. We'll read that too. Because it's about the bullhorn. But first off, EKC, I don't even get you, man. I don't get you. Nonsense, don't never talk about your ass. She don't give you the time of day. I'm the only one that would review you to laugh, you know? But you should read my thumbnail because it's so fitting for you. It's so fitting for you. You see that nonsense is growing and getting the numbers. So you figure you jump back on that train and, you know, try to get clout. Try to get your numbers. Girl, stop. The only way you get numbers is with your hate on Katie. When you take a victim's R report and investigation and you do live after live going over it, that's the only time you get numbers. And you know it. And that's disgusting. It speaks a lot about you and your character. Who the fuck are you to tell an alleged victim what happened when you weren't there? You built your channel on hate. Keep going. It's working for you, isn't it? Yeah. So we got a couple idiots we're going to address today. Nope, she never does. She never gives her any, and I don't blame her. For what? All they do is put out lies and misinformation. They wouldn't know the facts if they smacked them in the face. And that's just why I did a very simple thumbnail today. For a simpleton. You can't get too much with her because it goes over her head. Because we all know that elevator don't leave the ground floor. But I'll be happy to call her out. Why not? We need a break from all the crime tourists and tragedy pimping going on and the misinformation. Now, I'm working on something that may take place tomorrow around 7:30. If all goes well, it's going to be something. That's all I can say. It's going to be a shocker for some, for probably a lot. Hopefully it will. And then I'm also going to be doing one about He's trying to kill my boss. Chico, that's who I was reached out. I emailed you. Whenever you want to do this, I'm ready. Whenever you got the time. I got stuff together. I went to TBI. There's 40 missing kids, y'all. 40. 40! Not a bit of attention's given to them. Not none. Nothing. Some local news station did a little quick minute coverage. I'll show you that. Because I went and dug everywhere to look for these broadcasts and to see what TBI was putting out. I don't normally knock law enforcement. They have a tough job, but I'm sorry. When it comes to missing kids, you dropping the ball. You dropping the ball. Period. It's heartbreaking. But EKC's got a lot to say about nonsense. That's funny. She's never even spoke to nonsense. Not a word. Ever. But she knows nonsense. She's apparently in her head, but she thinks that she can read her mind. And she's just trying to jump on this train because she can't jump on the train of the tragedy pimping because she'd be laughed out. She'd really be laughed out. Um, and if there's no cater hate in it, she definitely wouldn't have one person there. Like I said, this woman gets her numbers because she takes an alleged victim's R report, an investigation, and makes multiple lives about it, reading it out and saying how wrong, twisting the words, twisting everything, saying that it didn't happen and she's lying. How the hell does she know? Was she there watching? I don't know. Apparently, she thinks she was. But yeah. So I guess she figured since she can't go after the misinformation slash disinformation cronies, she's going to go after nonsense because she could get some numbers. But that was even an epic fail. She didn't get good numbers out of that either. So what does she do? She goes right back to attacking Katie Joy's R report to get her 1,900 views, whatever you want to call it. So that should tell our audience who she's all about. What women would sit in someone's chat while they are attacking an alleged victim like that? Now, mind you, this is somebody she don't know. She don't know these people. But she sure has a lot to say about it. So we'll give EKC some attention today. We're going to give her some attention today. That since she so badly wants it, I'll give it to her. But see, when you have a small channel like mine, a lot of creators don't even acknowledge what you're doing. They don't care about you till you hit at least 5,000 subs. And it's true. That's a known fact. There are a few that do. Savage Live Media, thank you very much. You're always shouting me out. You're always giving me credit for calling out the tragedy pimps. Nonsense. She always does. There's a few that do. But most, they don't acknowledge you when you don't have at least 5,000 subs. That's fucked up. It should matter. It shouldn't matter. And I hope I never do that to anyone. I hope I don't. But that's just my words. Hey, J-Dog, good to see you. Okay, so. Oh, my bulldog's looking at me so sad, and I can't let him out because the dogs are out next door, and it will be a barking fiasco. And I can't. Oh, don't look at me with them sad eyes. Oh, you make me feel like shit, Bubba. Bubba Licious, don't look at me like that. Oh Lord, he's making me feel really bad. Don't worry, the dogs won't be out long. But I can't have a barking fest right now because you're rather loud. And she actually did 2 videos. Wow. Nonsense forgets receipts again. No. Okay. Boy's turn to come to the door. Do not let the dog out, please. Yes, sir. What do you want?
Lollipop.
Yes, you can have a lollipop.
That's sexy.
Yes, you can also have a lollipop.
I want a lollipop.
Well, what do you want?
A piece of cake.
Okay, well go get one and please shut the door. Let's make it 30 seconds before you come back to the door this time. Okay. Look at your watch. It's got the seconds on it. Okay, he didn't want a lollipop. It wasn't good enough. He wanted a piece of candy. They don't get that a lollipop is candy. But see, what they don't get is that whole bowl is all sugar-free candy. So, but yeah, kid life. And I'm not kidding you. I'll show you. Did I share? Yeah. Here's her. Here's EKC's page. Oh, she actually strayed and said, Manya, looking to me for money. Oh, honey, no one's going to come to you for any money or super chats. Please. You got a whole 400 views. Yeah, okay. Entitlement translator reveals Katie's entitlement to all the drama. Okay, those are just her videos. But wait, look at her lives. This is how demented, because you have to be demented when you're a woman and you fire up live after live, calling a victim. Well, I'll say alleged because that's what I have to say on here. Calling an alleged victim of an R a liar and saying it was just a one night stand. Does that make her feel good at night? Is that what keeps her warm at night? That's a twisted mind. The public records of KJ's investigation, what really happened, it's breaking news. Now, mind you, this was years ago. Years ago. And she's not the only one in that little group that keeps going over the R investigation. We've got Tube Top Travesty. We've got this thing here that the elevator doesn't leave the ground floor. And then we got that Nikki. She decided to make it her lives too. They needed some numbers. They weren't getting no views. Okay, she got 2K views on that video. 2K views. That's 2,000 people that are fucking sick in the head. Oh, she's doing her bird cams again. I'd rather watch them than her. Just my opinion, but I would rather watch the bird cams. Let's revisit some without a crystal ball false claims. Oh, and I share a new one. She don't get but 90 views on her bird cams. Wow. I'd rather watch her bird cams. Katie Joy has done this before and she'll do it again. You're the most miserable person on YouTube. No, honey, that's you. Look what Molly Golightly found. What? Oh, looking back on Dre McRae, the tragedy of Marvon. She took that one live down. I wonder if she had to. Either that or she changed the title. Update and false allegations to Katie Joy. Katie Joy's lying to everybody. Oh my Lord. She either took it down or changed the title. I don't know why without a crystal ball don't do something about this, because I'm sorry, but I'm not one for striking. But there comes a time when enough is enough. Is enough. Okay. So she goes, nonsense forgets receipts. I've never known nonsense not to show a receipt. Not one time. Nonsense doesn't cover true crime. She covers judges true crime at Brittany J. So she's kissing up to Brittany J. I don't know why. Brittany J gets people in chat. Brittany J's a lot bigger than her. She may have several thousand subs, but her channel's been stagnant. In fact, she hadn't gained in a very long time until conveniently, out of everybody on YouTube, JLR gives her the lawsuit against Unirock. Go figure. And she was trying to jump on Queen Bee's panel to gain clout there for a minute. That didn't work either. She did gain a few subs out of it, but basically they're inactive subs because they don't care about the Katie Joy content. They were interested in the JLR Uni thing. And let me tell you, there's nothing to talk about in that lawsuit. I'll show you. There's not a whole bunch going on there because it lost its thrill for JLR. The minute Uni wasn't putting out one red dollar for a lawyer, he lost interest in that. But we'll get into this one in Judgment of Nonsense. Always, always, and I always have Nonsense's back. Always. That is one creator that doesn't do shit like this. And I know people don't like to hear, oh, it's jealousy, stuff like that. But come on. In reality, it is. She got $100 super chat from Molly. She jumped on the Molly train to go at Nonsense. That is who Molly used, that and Two Top Travesty. Because they were given money to do it. Come on. Molly don't super chat you $100 for no reason. Everybody knows Molly. To this day, she denies that Molly did anything wrong to be removed from YouTube. She still blames it all on Nonsense and everybody else. Yeah, no, that's not the case. We can't make things come out of someone's mouth. You've got to be accountable for what you say. I don't like Mallory. You all know that. You all know I've reviewed the hell out of her. I reviewed her on her words, her content, not her private personal life, because that's none of my business. Molly had no right to say the things she said. That was pure ignorance and hate. And it was done for content, for views. It viewed her right on off the streets of YouTube. Good job. You did us a favor. You did the world a favor. Okay. Now she's going to be, as always, EKC is never into what she's doing. She's always somewhere else, doing something else, but she doesn't give her own lives attention. It's mind-boggling. I'm like, why are you even... And she don't fair use nothing, okay? She don't fair use nothing. And I learned all about fair use, and you know who I learned it from? I watched one of the most reputable channels on YouTube, Down the Rabbit Hole News. And you know how I learned about it? By listening to her. I know what that Pat Brown tried to do to Rabbit. Rabbit fair used the hell out of that video. And I remember her telling us, about the pausing and how often and all that stuff. See, you go to reputable channels like that when you want to learn and you want to know facts, not to people like this.
Allegedly with all the ignorance once again. So you did that one.
So
and then immediately the next day, the
as
day
you can
after,
see, she's busy doing her makeup. She couldn't even tell you what's being said on her live, on the video that she's reviewing Nonsense, who was reviewing Brittany.
next time you went live.
My channel name is Nonsense on the web.
So one other day, the tide is turning again. Allegedly without a brain cell is added again. Okay. Then the next day, I don't even know what that is.
Yeah,
You
good
do.
name, yeah.
I don't even know what that is. Maybe you should watch it. Maybe you should learn
Thank
about
you, Hope.
actual
You are
victims and what
always
they go
such my
through. Maybe that
lifesaver.
would be very enlightening.
I will do that right now. Hope is just, I don't know what I'd do without Hope. Yes, I'm going to do it. Thank you, Hope. You are always such my lifesaver. EKC is not a striker, though, so I could probably not have to play it today. But she makes you feel like you're in space, like you're in an alternate universe. So we'll go with outer space. I noticed even Spanky Boy's doing it now. I guess, losing his monetization and finally listening to other people. He's actually playing music in the background now. Oh, we're going to do Spanky later today. I'm going to do a later live after the kids are in bed. I got some stuff to show you people. But Spanky, you're as boring as all hell. But I'm going to give you a little bit of attention because the stuff you put out in these lives, boy, you need to take a seat. You need to take many seats and stay there. But let's get back into this.
For you, because when you sit here talking about how we're obsessed and all we talk about is you and blah blah blah, poor Brittany, maybe you should actually listen to one of those live streams and hear what
I'm sorry, I'm curious. How exactly is Nonsense helping victims right now? Because this is the majority of what she does on her channels, okay, is talk shit about people, is be the self-appointed police of YouTube. She's right. When she said early in the stream how she's
inserting herself to get views and subs. She sees that Nonsense is growing and getting views. And of course, she's not. And she hasn't done videos on Nonsense for a while. But she doesn't want to do anything about the missing child. Oh Lord, no. She wants the drama content. And she figures if she sees that Brittany had some things to say about Nonsense, so she's going to jump on the Brittany train. That's how EKC works.
she doesn't cover true crime. She's not a true crime content creator.
Never said she was.
No, she's the YouTube police of true crime.
No, see, that's the thing is, EKC, is I would bet money, and I don't waste my money. I'm very cheap, and I don't bet because I get mad if I lose. I do spend $2 on a quick pick for the lottery once in a while, though, and I get really upset when I lose it. But listen, this cheap wad, I'll bet money that you're wrong. No one ever said she was true crime. No one ever said she's the YouTube police. You don't know the misinformation and disinformation. I don't even know what to call her anymore. The allegedly thing is putting out about this child and his parents. You don't have a clue. I don't even think it would register. Continue with your makeup, ma'am. At least you don't have your hair 5 different colors and some outrageous juvenile thing on your head like you usually do. I mean, my daughter she's 8.5. She would love some of the stuff you wear in your hair. Just saying.
Content creators. That's what she is. And true crime should know that because they're all being policed right now by Nonsense on the web. Okay. But I'm curious, how does Nonsense help victims here? What the fuck has she done for victims? Has she, I don't know, given any of her AdSense money or whatever to victims? I'm gonna guess not.
If you must know, see, this is how much you don't pay attention. You don't, because if you actually use those 2 ears you have, you would know there's been many times where Nonsense would even have chat pick which organization or charity that she was going to donate to. And she does that. And she actually donates the money. Have you ever done that? Have you ever done that? What have you ever done to help a victim? Bet you Nonsense has never read no one's R report on live for 3 years. Just saying. I'm not speaking for Nonsense, but I can speak about this because I've been there for all this. I've been there and went at EKC over all this crap.
She doesn't have to. I think she was an idiot. She did, really. But she's all about the victims here. She's here because of the victims. She's here to be a voice for the victims.
No.
I'm sorry. What victim is she representing right here?
Mm.
She's not. She's representing herself and her own fucking inner hatred of
inner
people.
Inner hatred. Girl, you know what? You crack me up. You think by using certain terms it makes you sound smart? It don't. I've told you that, and I busted you out on this before. It does not. You're anti-vaccine crap too. Anyway, remember that woman? Do we need to go there, EKC? Oh, I have all that, by the way. I would be more than happy to show it. Anyway.
Girls, mostly, of other women. It's the strangest thing to see how much she can't fucking stand people who are essentially like her. I don't
like her. How is Brittany J like nonsense? Please enlighten me. I've known nonsense since day one. I actually speak to her, real speaking. Hell, we can bullshit for hours. You tell them. I want to know because I haven't seen how they're like. Can you tell us how they're like? You point this stuff out, but you never give us nothing to go on. They're nothing alike. They are absolutely nothing alike. I've never heard nonsense spread misinformation or disinformation. I've never heard nonsense attack a victim or their families. Just saying.
I don't get it, but yeah. She doesn't give a shit about victims.
Oh.
Actual victims go through because
okay. She don't give a shit about victims. You don't pay attention, do you? You do not pay attention. Do you know that she got the whole island and a lot of other creators to send letters, emails, to tweet, to share out about a monster who was getting early paroled that should never have been paroled, to Governor Newsom. And guess what? Because of it all, there was a parole board review.
Because of misinformation and how they're re-victimized by not only journalists and media, and then how the system re-victimizes them. Maybe you should learn something.
I don't care about anybody doing their makeup on a live. If that's what your live's about, you're doing a makeup live. But this is just disrespectful to your chat. I'm sorry. It is. At least be involved in what you're doing. It's not a makeup tutorial.
Oh, wait. You say you bring awareness all the time. You wouldn't know what the
maybe you should teach something then, huh?
Slightest thing about awareness is.
Receipts or it didn't happen. I'll go look if the video's still there. If it's not, then you're dirty. Delete it.
Listen up.
But right after, wait a minute, real quick, good Nanya, I have to address this shit because when we found out on the down low that Marvon McRae had passed away because his wife didn't want to tell anybody, and his parents had to find out the hard way. Okay, everyone was called all kinds of stuff. You talked so much, so bad about his mom and dad, said they were lying once again when the first time that it was said he was passed away, and that wasn't true. Okay,
the first time it was used for a show. So let's talk this back, Sarah. So in November of 2022, it was actually the birthday weekend of Marvon, to be specific, when they were down in Georgia exploiting the quick assignment case. I'm specific.
Who's they? When they were down in Georgia, who's they? Who? Marvon's family? Because last I knew they fucking lived there. So who's they? Why are you bringing Molly into this all of a sudden when she's not even talking about Molly? So why don't you fucking get your shit straight?
We're talking about Molly and Justin here. What happened was they
decided
like
that's
for
my
a whole
little
show that they were going to announce that he passed away when that didn't happen. So some lady in Justin's chat makes a comment with a $2 super sticker, says that SNBC 13 said that Marvon had passed away. SNBC 13 is a tabloid. It's not a legit news source, anything.
And they
lunch? Announced it live to every live stream that was going on in Georgia.
I'll cook today. Never mind.
Then they backtracked and said that Dre had posted something in her.
They announced it live to every live stream that was going on in Georgia. They were on one live stream. And they wasn't even on either of their
Oh,
channels.
no. Back it up. No, that's not true. That's not true. Why do you think that Molly and Spanky even went to Georgia? Had nothing to do with Quentin Simon. Had nothing to do with him. They went there specifically to interview Marwan's biological father and stepmother and supposedly have a birthday party for Marwan. Don't you think that it's funny? Because I don't believe in coincidence. But isn't it something that fake death hoax happened to come out at the same exact time? At the same exact time. And guess who would send stories into that piece of crap online gossip brag? Guess who? JLR, Maul's buddy, and Maul's. So yeah, if I had to bet, my money would be on them. Because there's not that much coincidence in the freaking world. They didn't do one live stream. She streamed talking to his biological father, to Marwan's biological father. Quentin Simon was the afterthought. It was just something for them to use. They went there, totally destroyed that case. They were nothing but a nuisance. Hecklers on the street, total clowns, made total asses out of themselves. But you going to believe that?
Okay, I believe it was Bullhorn Betty's channel. I think, pretty sure. I don't. So how is that every live stream that was going on in Georgia? Like,
it wasn't Bullhorn Betty's. It was Spanky and Molly. Okay. And they did do many lives in Georgia about it. Do you not even pay attention to what your friends do? I mean, Jesus, I still have the videos. The videos are up on my channel. The videos are up on Nonsense's channels and anybody else who covered it. You can't find Molly's because she got canned. But yeah, you can go check them out for yourself. Spanky might still have some up. I don't know. I don't care. You don't know the facts, of course. And if you did, you wouldn't say them anyway. Hey, JJ. Hey, Seeker. Hey, Mickey. Hey, Wendy. I'm going to need a beer or something. I don't even always drink. I'm too scared to do edibles because last time I did an edible, I got a bad strain of it. And I thought it was, might have been too strong. I love it when she gets so riled up, wanting to be discussed so badly. She does. She really likes attention. This is EKC. People suck.
why did you embellish like that? Just fucking stick to the facts, man.
When was anything embellished? The facts were always stuck to. The facts were always put out. You just chose to not use your eyes or your ears proportionately. You chose instead to run with Molly's. I'm not even sure if it's a version. You narrative, phony story. That's what you did, all for $100 super chat. You sold your soul to the devil. Don't worry, Molly's on a hate train again, and EKC, your number will be up. She hit Betty, she'll hit you next. And you know what? I don't review Molly because she's not even supposed to be on YouTube, but I will that one.
To the fucking facts, okay? They were on a live stream They heard a rumor that she had passed. Okay, even this little family heard the rumor. And then someone posted a link to a news article in the live stream chat. So they fucking read it. That's what happened. That's what a lot of people read.
That's not true. They knew about it. They knew about it. Are you kidding me? And if that were true, why would you even talk about it on a live if you can't vet it first? If you can't verify the information, why are you putting it out there? We're talking about a man passing away.
Read this shit and believed it, okay? What's your fucking problem with that? They didn't, as soon as they realized it was bullshit, they walked it back and they said they admitted their mistake or whatever. That's what we want from people, is it not? No, it's not.
Exactly.
That means that
exactly. She doesn't forget. She just doesn't care to acknowledge the real facts. They knew about this before they even got there. And they also knew that it was bull crap. And they still ran with it. Oh, thank you, Seeker. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that. She forgets completely how the night before it was mentioned as a rumor and proof the next day there's an article confirming their lies. Yes. That's not even remotely what happened. No, they never walked it back. Nope. They never took no accountability. They never owned that they spread misinformation. Nothing. They ran with it. They knew the minute they were talking about it, they knew it wasn't true. They didn't care. Just like 99.9% of what they put out about Drea Marvon was not true. And to this day, Molly still will not leave that woman alone. It's disgusting. And apparently EKC's regurgitating the Dre McRae stuff too, because we just showed you videos that she just did. Why? Leave that woman alone. Leave her and her family be. She's not bothering you. She don't even care about your existence. Let her and her children go on with their lives.
And then you don't have quite as self-righteous of a reason to hate on them, do you?
Huh?
We get it. Nonsense. We get it. It's all about your hate.
Members only chat. That wasn't true. Molly had Patreons in there that were watching everything Dre did. They knew it was not factual. They needed it for a show. They carried on about it. They even put Letitia through all of that. Yep. She didn't know what was going on. They put the family members who were exploiting Marvon themselves in the middle of all that. Yeah, that happened. And then the second time around, they decided it was their duty and their right to call funeral homes, medical examiners, everything else. It was all for content and views.
It wasn't just them, like Molly and Justin or whatever, calling these places. It was them and the family.
Okay, do you understand what you just said? Do you understand? The family's allowed to call. Who is not allowed to call and whose business it is not is Molly, Spanky's, or Two Top Travesty. And I stand on the call I made because the office they claimed they called, and the call was still up on my channel, did not even have the employees they were claiming. I proved that. So there's that too. I wasn't trying to prove whether or not the man passed away, because that wasn't my business nor my place. And yes, I could have asked and got answered. I did not. What I did prove is the people they claim were their contacts did not even work at that office. They had no one there by those names. They had no right to call to see if this man was alive or not. And that's exactly why I never asked that question.
calling these places because no one was notifying the family of Marvon's passing. Why is it that you find contacting a funeral home so fucking egregious?
Because you don't have no right to do it, and it wasn't a funeral home. Remember, they claimed they contacted the medical examiner / coroner. Don't worry, I know, because I covered it. And I called. But one thing I didn't do is I only asked them about their business practices. I never once asked them about Marvon, because it wasn't my business, just like it wasn't theirs. It was nothing but content for them. Whatever was going on with the family is the family's own fault. They co-signed all of the attacks and hate and harassment of Dre and her family. They accused her, Mr. Jackson himself, and I have it on my channel. Nonsense has it on hers. Accused Dre of murder. I don't know if I'd want to go to them either. Just saying. And you also forget that Marvon was adopted as a small child by his great-grandparents. You know, the people y'all never talk about because they don't fit your narrative. That's who his parents were. That's who was his mom and dad. He didn't have no relationship with his biological family, sadly. And when he did try to, it was a disaster. Those videos are still up in his own words. Maybe you should watch it.
But the fact that the dude's wife never bothered to notify his fucking family that he passed.
No. His mother, his great-grandmother, I'm sure was very aware. That was his family.
It's perfectly fine as far as you're concerned. That's some twisted, biased shit, man.
No one said it was perfectly fine. That was on Dre. That was her decision to make. Not yours, not mine, not Molly's or Spanky Boy or anybody else's. But I get it. After what was done to her and her family and her children, strangers were sent to her home and were videoing her backyard, her children, her sister, her mother. Jesus. The woman was going through the worst time of her life. That was her husband, her children's father. Are you kidding me?
You know, I didn't like Dre. Bullshit. You were all up in her fucking crotch.
No,
come on now.
That's not
You're
true.
all sniffing up there hoping to get, I don't know what, some notoriety or some shit like that.
What?
Why would she give you anything? You were the first fucking person on the internet to come for her. Remember that? Yeah. Look at my previous video that I'm uploading before this one. Then you'll remember through those receipts. Okay?
You
Plural.
mean the receipts that you took out of context, twisted and turned, and made them into what you wanted it to be? I never heard Nonsense ever accuse Dre of doing anything to Marvon. You don't have to agree with Dre's lifestyle. That's on her own. You don't even have to like Dre. But what you don't do is go out here and accuse her of the things you people have done. You people encouraged, I don't even know how many CPS calls, how many police calls.
Again, this is the multiple times I've shown these on my fucking channel, but you just keep wanting to pretend that they don't fucking exist.
That had nothing to do with.
Okay. That's completely false. Yeah, it is. Hey, Running Bear. Yeah. I first heard about this on Facebook, and it had nothing to do with Nonsense. That's how I found Nonsense eventually. But when I first heard about this, I actually seen Without a Crystal Ball post it. That's how I found out about it on Facebook. No nonsense. But you can twist and turn and make your so-called receipts whatever you care to. You can't change the facts, dear. And I never seen nonsense all out attack Dre like you claim.
His parents. Some troll or somebody had made a fake news post, and they.
Nope, that's not how that went.
Nope.
Not even remotely how that went.
Oh, really?
I still have all of it. It's still in the
How do you
videos
know?
on my page. You can go watch exactly.
How do you know that that's not how that went? Huh? You don't.
Because it wasn't a troll that wrote the freaking article and sent it in, you idiot. All it took was a couple minutes of research, dear.
Oh, no. Okay, who made the fucking news post then, huh? Who did? Did you even prove like some sort of link or whatever between the?
Maybe you should ask Molly. Because Molly knows. And I believe Spanky knows. They'd have to show me some hardcore evidence to change my mind on that. I said it then, and I'm standing on it now. If they were not in on it, they were aware of it. Maybe ask your buddy JLR that likes to give you lawsuit paperwork. Just saying.
That live chat commenter and Molly and Justin is like putting together some sort of TV.
Instead of calling it, why won't this pause? Instead of calling it what it was and talking about mental health, how important it is, you accuse her of unaliving her husband. Like, folks could have brought a different light to that, but nah, exactly. Yeah, like I said, you don't have to agree with anything the woman said, and I do agree with that. There should have been, but to come out and accuse her of the things they did and the harassment and the hate and the threats, I mean, that woman was followed around. Her children were videoed and pictures taken. Her mother, her sister. They went to their homes. That's insanity. Marwan, unfortunately, had his own demons to deal with. Dre wasn't responsible for that. No one makes you make that decision to unalive yourself. And yeah, it can be a very selfish decision to make because you don't realize what it's going to do to the ones you leave behind. What they are going to have to go through. But when you're hurting and suffering like that, you know.
Of course.
Exactly how it went down. You can watch who sent the $2 super chat that announced it, that Justin pinned it. Then he announced it to Molly. Molly announced it on Betty's Live. You can watch the entire thing. Every one of my videos is up.
Yes.
You can see it.
Yes. It was not Bullhorn Betty that announced it, EKC. It was Molly. I've tried to tell you that all along, but you didn't want to hear it. And then they proceeded to talk about it while Justin and Molly were driving in the car.
Play out on your own.
Actually thought it was real. How is that their fault? Not their fault. That's the only way they're getting information on their son was through social media. So excuse them for
that. Again, was their own.
Wendy, they never had no factual information. They attacked this woman, and I mean, they tried to destroy her complete whole life. All because of the story that they made up and was putting out. Because this wasn't a story. This wasn't a crime. This was a personal family tragedy.
Their own fault. Dre was communicating with them until they took it to social media and started all these games.
They found out he was in the hospital in a coma through social media, and she still.
Could it be because there was never no relationship there in the first place? Did you ever think of that? Did you ever think maybe there was two sides to that story? But Dre did try to work with them. And look at where it got her. Look at what they did.
Fucking tell them it was for a suicide attempt. No, they can find that out by fucking obtaining the police report. So don't sit here and say,
Okay, first off, it was none of nobody's business. Dre did not have to put out on social media any info about it. Sorry, she didn't.
Dre was communicating with them. Dre was communicating with fuck all, okay?
No,
That's what was.
she was communicating with them. Receipts have been shown. Messages have been shown. They're the ones that chose the avenue they did, not Dre.
What's going on? So don't sit here and act like you fucking know what's going on. You either didn't and don't know, or you're lying. Because the fact of the matter is, they were not talking with Dre because Dre was not talking with them.
Yes. And that's a good point, Nonsense. I did forget about that.
Playing these games.
Nope, that's not even true. They found out from a family member who'd seen it on Facebook. Yes, and then Letitia ran to Facebook with the GoFundMe and then ran to Reddit. Yeah. Yeah.
Games. Letitia.
And yes, Dre had been speaking with his biological mother, but she couldn't keep it off of social media. She couldn't stop co-signing the constant attacks on Dre and her family and the children.
Was absolutely being extremely dishonest about what was going on. And by the way, Marvon and Wynette, the biological father and stepmother.
Yeah, the Reddit threads were from the siblings. Yeah, they were from family. Yeah. And that's where, and then the group started. Yep.
Were allowed to go to Arizona and visit Marvon. The VA couldn't stop them.
That's all
Letitia
true.
could have done the same thing.
Yeah, but the thing is, there wasn't without Dre trying. Dre tried to get them kicked out. The hospital was.
Oh my God. Do you still don't get it? Did you even watch the videos? Dre didn't even know who they were. This is insane. I can't with the stupidity.
It was in that moment the hospital said, we can't do that. Anyone can come and visit him. That's when they learned that they could fucking be there and visit him because she kept trying to prevent that.
No. In the state of Arizona, she can't prevent that. They were well aware of that. They were there. The biological father and the stepmother were there. Remember? Because there was all kind of money raised when they didn't have to pay for a place to stay. And even meals were included, some. Also, there was other means taken. But the endless fundraising never stopped. It went on and on and on and on and on and on. And they could have went back at any time to see him because Dre could not prevent them from seeing him. But they did not. They never made an attempt to go back. They were also asked and told no recording in the room, but they did it anyway.
But instead, she brought it to social media creators like Katie Joy, Molly Golightly, and Justin, and they
That's
started.
right. They knew beforehand. That's what. That's why I said they knew of the laws. And Marvon Sr. had arranged through the VA. Letitia was offered to go with them when they went to visit. Yes, she was, and she denied it. She refused to go with them. And when she did go, she spent an all of 3 hours between the day or two she was there visiting. That was it. Asked not to record, not to share anything, but she did anyway. And never made an attempt to go back. But yet, the endless fundraising went on and on. They made claims there was a lawyer, that the lawyer got a court order then they switched it and said, well, the lawyer was able to work something out with Dre's lawyer on the visitation. None of that ever happened. None of it. There was no lawyer. No one knows what happened to all the money. EKC, where was all the money at? Where's all the money that was raised? What about the nice fat donations Molly received right before getting banned that she would not pass on to the Jacksons till they confirmed with her they were making another trip there? Was that money ever returned? Because no other trip ever happened and Molly got banned. So was that money ever returned? Because that money was specifically for that reason. Can you don't use Beta's paste, cut, and copy made up receipts because they're bullshit. Okay? They're bullshit. There was never nothing filed in court. That's a fact. There was never any other trips made. That's a fact. They knew the laws of Arizona. That's a fact. Where's all that money?
A whole shit.
Oh, honey, you left yourself out of that. In fact, you were talking about this before Molly was. You were talking about this before Justin. You were
no. That's no. That is so not true. So now you're the ones that it's because of you that Molly and Spanky got involved in it? Is that what she's saying? Hey, Wise Angel. Because that's not true. They had already started running amok with this. That was in the very beginning when Without a Crystal Ball was briefly involved and checked out rather quickly and stayed out of it, but yet they still blame her for everything as well.
Before Katie was. You were the first. Why do you conveniently name and list everyone but
Nonsense was the first? Huh? She wasn't even a YouTube creator. You know what, you idiot? That's how I even found Molly Go Lately. Because of her Marwan and Dre stuff. Nonsense wasn't even there. What are you talking about? And guess where I found him at? Because I seen the post that Katie made. Even though I didn't follow Katie. I don't even know how I seen her post. But anyway. Neither here nor there. Yeah.
Yourself. Are you trying to rewrite history here?
Oh no, we leave that up to you guys because you guys, you try it on the daily. You be rewriting history on the daily. See, what don't happen is facts. You can't change the facts, but you wouldn't know that because that's not something you're known for. You're not known for being very factual.
Drama and ended up going after Dre. Yeah, there's a whole lot. That story is complicated.
Yeah, she's talking about YouTube. And Molly had brought it to YouTube. They were already involved.
Confusing, but Sarah, you should probably shut the fuck up because you don't know.
I agree with that.
Sarah, please do not shut the fuck up because you know a hell of a lot more about what you're talking about than fucking nonsense.
Oh, no, she don't. What Sarah spewed was what you, Tube Top's Travesty, Molly Go Lightly, Spanky Boy had put out. Not facts. Bullshit.
Was there.
Almost believing that one, you know?
Lucky Bamboo, are you fucking kidding me?
I'm telling you, Jeanette, you liar. You be lying.
Are you kidding me? I want all the smoke. Oh my God. Lucky Bamboo, are you serious? Do you know how much shit has been being said about me? Like the good Nunya, I don't know you from Adam, and you like to speak on my special needs kid saying I need to get him some help. Freaking.
She didn't speak on your child. Again, she didn't speak on your child. She spoke on your parenting and the TV situation. She didn't even direct it in that fashion. But again, trying to play victim here.
And Johnson.
How is that victimhood? She's saying, "Don't speak on my child." If anything, she's labeling her child as the victim. She's not fucking.
No, she was No, EKC, are you really as brainless as I always say you are? Did you need to go watch this Britney live? That's what you really need to go do. Because she okay, I can't.
Calling herself a victim. Why are you so obsessed
Yeah,
about
she does play victim. She's been crying. People are attacking my kids. People are attacking me. Yeah, she does. Go figure. No one was though.
gets to be the victim here, huh?
And I've never been nothing but nice to you. And let me tell you, y'all support somebody who's been dragging the father of a missing kid for over a week. The shit Granny's been talking about Seth. Y'all, you lost them. Like if you had
he's really looking for his son and really has a rock solid alibi.
Yeah, like how are you gonna say
he don't change his story? He don't be lying. Come on now.
Oh, I won't go there.
Y'all do it just to look good. I tell you.
Okay, why y'all going after Granny? They're talking about Granny's watching. I wasn't aware that she was lying and attacking any parent. But okay, I know Brittany J don't like Granny. So what? I don't think it matters one bit to Granny's watching, and I haven't seen her putting out lies and attacking anybody. But okay.
Look, the very last live she did, she's like, let me just throw them all in there. She's got
let's just throw them all in there.
Yeah, because all of you are exploiting the shit out of this case.
They are. They really are.
Oh yeah, that's right. Nonsense here. She doesn't.
So, are you done with your no tutorial makeup? You should have at least gave a tutorial. Sorry, but you should.
Doesn't exploit the cases. No, she's here for the victims.
Okay. I've never seen nonsense, and I'm not speaking for her, but I've watched her enough to know she don't exploit shit. What she does is call the exploiters out, and rightfully so.
The way she's here for the victims is by critiquing and criticizing all the other people talking about the true crime.
No.
So that's not at all exploitative, though, right? I mean,
there's nothing wrong with exploiting the exploiters. Hell no, there's nothing wrong with that. But what's being done is they're being called out on the misinformation and the disinformation and the malinformation they put out. But that goes over your head. That's a little bit much for you. We know. We get it.
You're doing no good. You're advocating for no one. No one asked you to do this. No one's benefiting from you doing this. Well, except for making your own pocket. So yeah.
Okay.
But you're an advocate here for the victims, right? You are the worst.
No, advocate for truth. How's that? Who asked any of them? Who asked Brittany and her panel of clowns? Who asked you to do any of this? Oh, that's a good pause. Where'd it go? Wow, it's hard to see that way. Well, I wanted to show. There it is. I can blow it up when I need it for a thumbnail. Who knows? I may need a thumbnail for her someday. Hopefully not, but you never know.
I'm an exploiter here because you're doing it under a guise of pretense of self-righteousness, of being here for the right reasons. You're the do-gooder here. When all in all, in actuality here, you are doing the exact same thing as everyone else. Now, don't get me wrong. I don't think anyone's doing anything wrong here. Not even you, really, except for the fact that you want to keep trying to blame everyone else for doing wrong.
Okay, wait a minute. Okay. What? What did you just say? No one's doing any... You don't think it's wrong to attack the parents of a missing child? No, because you attacked the woman whose husband tried to unalive himself. You supported the attacks on her and her family. So yeah, I can see that you don't see anything wrong with that. I get that, because it's just, I mean, come on. You read and our victims report all over the internet. So yeah, I can see you have no moral compass. We know that. You're just mad that someone else does.
Wrong when you're doing the same exact shit.
No.
You being a hypocrite, I think, is wrong. But
how is that doing the same exact shit? Show me where nonsense put out any of the crap that these fools have put out. Show me where nonsense has got up here and accused the parents of a missing child of doing something. Show me. Don't say it, show it. See, that's the problem with your little company. None of you people ever have a receipt. It's only your big mouse running. You can't show what you don't have that don't exist.
Right to talk about anything they want on their channel, okay?
That's right.
Unless and until it violates terms of service and YouTube deems it so, I don't know, man. I guess it's fair game, right?
Like I said, this is rich coming from someone who reads an R victim's report for 3 years to have views, to have content.
If it's not illegal.
This is someone that has no problem going after someone's parenting, someone's child. She has no problem with the fake calls to CPS, to law enforcement, accusing people of horrendous things. She's good with all that. No moral compass.
Then really, what is anyone doing wrong? But then again, I guess they just...
Oh, hey, Beer Can. Oh, I got something for you about Betty. Just wait, it's coming.
True crime.
Yeah, it does.
God.
Chat was telling me I needed to apologize.
It's
I'm like, apologize.
Yeah, good point out. Because guess what, nonsense? I got the link. The judge will allow you to listen, but you're not allowed to record. But I can take notes. EKC, don't you have a court hearing coming up? You should be concentrating on that, because you know you attacked a woman's whole life, went after her mental health, everything, and now you got to answer for that in court. You should be putting this time and energy into that. And you know what was really weird about the brief last court hearing? I know, because I was there. Is Tube Top Travesty was actually smarter than you. I cannot. Yeah. Don't worry. I won't miss this one. And I'll be there.
Fucking what?
Like Friday's feeding frenzy of misinformation. Yeah, because you know it all, right? Nonsense on the web. Nonsense on the web.
Yeah, she's trying to tell me that.
Does she think that's gonna bother me?
Guess that's an insult.
I channeled that. Do you think it's gonna bother me?
It should.
Why should it?
The name of my channel bothers me. I wish I'd put a little more thought.
Everything about you bothers me. So yeah, sorry.
I feel like I'm kind of stuck with it now. Just so hot, man. You fucked up. You named yourself.
I do have to be honest. Your channel name is one of the worst on here. EKC, people suck. What the hell does that mean? What? Yeah, you should change it.
Your channel, something don't. Make it a thing.
What's wrong with these people?
To do this because I'm gonna make them look bad.
Do you think Nonsense thinks that the look of cringe on people's faces is just how people normally look, because everywhere she goes, people are just cringe the fuck out by her? That's what I'm thinking.
Actually, no, they're not. She's actually very well liked and respected. And she has tons of support.
Again, how am I going to make them look bad again?
Because we have to, once again, and if you continue to push these narratives, I will defend myself. I'm done with people like you lying for no reason.
Okay, but if what they're saying is the truth, and the receipts back it.
Okay, what receipts? What truth? Show us. Show me the receipts. Show me the truth. I've been waiting for 1.5 years.
Then what are you doing?
I'm not even fucking wanting to walk down that, because Marvon deserves dignity and peace. And people like you who still can't fucking conceptualize what actually happened in the story, the facts of the story, continue to use it as some sort of smear against all of us that actually stood there through the entire thing. Most of my chat can walk you through that story as well as I.
All right, I want everyone here to watch the chat, okay? Just look and see who's in the chat, because right now she's saying all of y'all in the chat can walk us through Nonsense's version of events, meaning you're going to have to ignore and deny the receipts that prove that she was there, Dragon Dre, from the very fucking beginning, before Katie Joy, before Molly, before Justin, before anyone else. That was her. That was Nonsense. But by all means,
hey, Mark,
tell us how we're wrong. Tell us how the receipts are wrong. Tell us, please. Fucking lie to us.
Oh my God, how often do you gotta be told? How often do you gotta have the receipt shoved in your damn face? You've been told. You've been showed. Y'all just don't get it. You refuse to get it. The videos are still up. Go watch them.
I could.
Y'all already did that for them. When they are good people that were trying to find out about their son. Move on. Go get life.
What did I say about you? What did I say about you, Joneson? What did I
Vic, thank you so much.
say about you? Oh, I dropped the link for you, honey. Oh, you've never been anything but nice to me. Excuse me? All because I was in Granny's chat not discussing you. You go to Queen Bee's and talk shit on me? No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Only thing I said about you and Queen Bee's was that you started supporting Granny, and I supported you and I liked you, and I tagged you in the chat, and you just started ignoring me. I'm talking shit on you. I ain't talking shit on you.
Later now.
You made videos about me and deleted them. Like, come on, Joneson. And Joneson, even if I did.
You notice EKC's not going to comment on none of that, right? Right? You notice. Just
say something. Let's say I did and I forgot about it, because I'm gonna be.
Let's say I did. She had to backtrack really fast because she's probably like, yeah, shit, I probably haven't talked shit about her, but
Real.
I mean, I do that too, because I can't remember every fucking thing I say, you know?
EKC, your elevator don't need the ground floor.
But usually if I can admit that I probably did, you know? I don't really care. It's talking shit. Isn't that what we're all doing here? Every fucking commentary channel here. Every drama channel here. We're all talking shit. How about we all just accept the fact that we're all going to talk shit and get the fuck over it?
There's a difference between talking shit and talking shit. Okay. There's, what are they yelling about in that house? You don't never bring no receipts.
I don't.
Oh, he's talking on the phone? Oh, my
than
husband's deaf, I swear.
You ignored me. But let's say that I said something.
So because you ignored her, she's talking.
This you a flag on me, I ain't talking about your kids.
Hey, Pink Stripe.
And then I know what y'all gonna say.
Hey, Jamal.
Talk about missing kids, so it gives us the right. That's bull. That's bull.
That's a
be kind. You got it. There's nobody making fun of the missing kids. Okay, so this is where misinformation.
She's so disinterested in her own life.
Right
Unbelievable.
Here. Look at this, Sarah. This is my major point. People, they take this and they spin a narrative, and it's created this.
Oh, don't go off of that one, even though it wasn't even the way they say
We never even talked about a single person. Sebastian's family, their ethnicity wasn't talked about first.
You might want to re-listen to that.
Yeah.
Because it was absolutely disgusting.
It sure was.
Instead of having everyone else having to go out and find your fucking evidence, re-listen to it, why don't you fucking show them how they're wrong?
EKC, I've been asking you to do that for 1.5 years. Why don't you take your own advice? Because you sure haven't shown one iota of proof of anything you've ever spewed. But okay. And why should anybody do their research for them when it's their live that they're talking about this? And yes, it was talked about.
If it was an indigenous last name and so on and so forth.
And foremost, go ahead, Sarah.
No, I agree with you. It's something that
Nonsense.
somebody
Don't tell her
brought
that
up
because
last week.
then she'll have to go actually watch a video.
It means like, is
Yeah.
it or is it this or is it that? And they're gonna twist that until I don't know until when. I
Yeah.
don't think they'll let that one go. It's all like
You're talking about
There's no twist that's needed. If you want to watch Tragedy Pimps Exposed, did a good consolidated video on that, broke it all down.
They're talking about a last name. At least they're not sitting up in their fucking stream saying.
But it's so funny. It's so funny, Jessica, because I'm like, a gorilla? Like, you could call me a lot of fucking things, man. I've been called a lot of things, but a gorilla? I'm fucking pasty as fuck, too. Like, a gorilla?
Are you sick of having issues with
what
your
the
webinars?
hell? Why
Wasting
would
tons
she
of
stick
time
that
on
in?
troubleshooting with attendees?
Oh, she's
If
as
so,
brain dead as she looks. I'm sorry.
Hey, Kyle, the count for you.
that's why. Hold on a minute. This is why.
And the purpose of that was, you idiot, these people were making fun of their name. Were making fun of Native Americans. You are such a fucking idiot. And guess what? They're not Native American. That's not what their name is. But these idiots didn't do their due diligence, just like you don't. And they thought it was something that they all could sit on panel and laugh about. Because they're ignorant. Pretty much like you. Ignorance.
I need my mouse. All right, let's see. 3.
Okay, what's going? Why? What are you doing on Evil Exist? I don't even know. Oh my! Yeah, but why did she? She's so stupid.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 live streams.
You're lucky you don't have 18 yet. Don't worry, I'll get you to that number soon. That's kind of my famous number. I'll get you to 18. Do you want me to make you an entire playlist of just...
That's a weird fucking famous number. Like, I don't know. Yes, again, it sounds like you're talking like registry talk there. I don't fucking know.
the ones that you're in, I will absolutely do it. Call it the Brittany J saga. We can do that. It would make it easier for your counting abilities, I think.
In the last 2 weeks.
Then you can.
Okay. How many live streams have I done about nonsense?
Who gives a shit? That whole thing of you can only talk about them if they talk about you. No, you're explaining children. I'll talk to the phone too. Okay. And again,
if you're explaining children, you shouldn't be the only one who gets to do that. I want to explain them too. Jesus.
What?
Was this like supposed to berate me into being like, I'm never gonna talk about poor Brittany again, because it did the absolute fucking opposite.
Sir Duke is up.
You guys need to understand what you do to yourselves.
That's serious. How many live streams have I ever done on this chick? I haven't.
The craziest thing is if someone on your panel says something and you apologize for it, it came out of your mouth, not the panel.
Exactly.
That is retarded. Like, come on.
Oh,
it's tired.
Wait. Let's rewind that again. Let's actually rewind that and slow it down in real time. Again, I don't stand for this, and normally I wouldn't replay this, but I'm trying to make a point here.
Dude, get out of my cords. Get over here.
Listen closely. Miss Sarah
What?
decides that it's appropriate after mentioning and talking about,
What
everybody poor them. They're talking about their parenting and their children and shit. Listen to the words she chooses to use.
You want me to get you some goodies?
10 live streams in the last 2 weeks. Okay.
You do?
You, lucky you.
How many live
want some
streams have
goodie?
I done about nonsense?
0. Yeah.
Dead serious. How many live streams?
Okay, look, we got a co-host. Sir Duke has woke up. He's decided to wrap up in my cords and sit here and mow at me because I don't have no treats out here yet. So we now have a co-host. Huh, Sir Duke? You can tell everybody you want goodies? Huh? You can talk? So now you decide to be quiet when I mute it? Don't bite me. What'd you bite me for?
Have I ever done on this chick?
Here you go. Listen to this.
I haven't.
The craziest thing is when on your panel says something and you apologize for it, it came out of your mouth, not the panel.
Exactly.
That is
Can you please say something to me,
horrible.
Casey?
Like, come on.
Oh, wait. And what did I say in your chat? Half the time it's your panel that gets
Okay,
you in
she's
trouble.
disinterested.
Because if she's over here using the R slur, like there's no big deal behind it. Miss me with your fucking bullshit. You don't bring awareness to anything but what idiots you look
tangled
like.
up in the cords.
Y'all.
Stop.
It's tiresome going through.
Stop, big
all
guy.
this
Come
garbage
on.
Too. It's,
Come
yeah,
on, baby
it's
Duke.
absolutely
Come on.
insane. And but
Come on, lay
I'm
down.
telling you.
Wait a minute. I'll get you some goodies.
Listen, I mean what I said too. When you sit there and say the things you say, calling me a homophobe, transphobic, racist, saying that I abuse my animals, you're putting me at risk, and I am going to speak up about it. I am.
Okay, we're gonna.
Wait a minute. Sarah,
Has
did
she
you
said
say
anything
did
yet?
you
I'm
say
sorry, I had
you
to go
said
get
the
my
R
cat
word?
treats so I can throw them across the patio so he
I
gets
did.
out of my courts.
Oh,
Here you
Sarah,
go.
no, girl, we can't be saying. I hate that word. I really hate that word.
Are you going to say
Came out
something?
my
Do you
mouth.
understand what fair use is? You're lucky it's nonsense. Most anybody else would have struck you by now.
I don't care. I'm not. I didn't mean it in that way. People
Oh
use
my
it.
Oh,
God!
thank
what are we
you,
bringing back
Wendy.
people from the past? I ain't doing it with you
Oh, I
today, dear
appreciate
terms
that.
of
Thank
service.
you.
I am not.
I gotta say, I give her credit. I do give her some credit. She came, yeah, I said, maybe just say I'm wrong.
Hey, NTC.
You know, instead of saying I didn't mean it that way or whatever.
Wait a minute.
Because
You've been feeding your grandchild nonsense? That baby's so cute. My kids watch them videos at least. I think they've watched them 3 times today. The little kitten, your little shorts. Oh, they just love it. See, I love when I have stuff like that I can show them. Or my cat, don't say Snacker, my cat Mookie will come running. I only have a few left. Wow. I threw Dukes across the floor, across the patio, so he had to go collect them. Because he don't think he's a dog or cat. He thinks, I'm not sure if he thinks he's a dog, but he comes to pooch. He don't come to kitty. I think he thinks he's human. The reason I judge some of these people is people they have kids listening and they sit there exploiting other kids in a creepy way, calling them their babies while they're clearly spent more time online. Yeah, see, I don't let my kids listen because I swear, and this is adult content. Kids don't listen. Nope. But I get that, Jamal. I've been watching you in chat. You make some really good points. You ought to start a channel. You need a diet plan for all the animals. Oh, I'm actually afraid to take. Oh, Seeker, thank you so much. Wow, thank you. Everybody, welcome to Poolside. Please thank Seeker. I got to take Sir Duke to the vet for his yearly checkup and his shots. And yeah, I know I'm going to catch hell. But he's just a big cat. I can't help it. I mean, he's a big cat. You're not getting a gummy because Swedish fish stick to your teeth and then I got to scrape them off your teeth and you get pissed. Hell no. You're not getting no more goodies. Leave my cords alone.
Because words like that, I don't think it matters how you mean it, what the context is. It's the effect that they have upon people who hear the words when they hear the words. It doesn't matter context. I don't know, but that's all. But
don't
she did
much.
something there that nonsense is yet to do.
What?
Fucking take accountability.
Who did? When? You call that take it? You clearly haven't watched Brittany, have you? Okay.
Sherry Cartwright, Dark Horse threatened to call CPS on me. I've got the whole email.
So what
Your wife
exact
gets
way
mad.
did
She
you
can't
mean
wait for you to get back to work. Oh, I feel her. When my husband's off. Yeah, I was happy he went back too.
that, Sarah? I'm just asking for me and everybody else.
Looking at her chat here, though, on side, Aaron says, I think I have a clip of BJ saying the R word. Okay, I'm sorry. Now, if you're listening to a stream and you happen to hear it, it flies, whatever, you're there to witness it. Yeah, I get it.
Uh-huh.
But are we going out looking for ways that people who would be offended by such a word can be offended by that word? Are we going out trying to find these examples to fucking make it known? I mean, if you witness it, call it out, sure. But who are we helping here? Like, who are you advocating here for when you want to just fucking rub that in people's faces? I mean,
well, EKC, seeing as how you're okay with that kind of talk, and you support people who say that, say the N-word, say all kinds of stuff. Yeah, I'm not surprised by what you just said. I really, truly am not. But, yeah, I mean, okay.
I think you're missing the point.
No, honey, you've missed the boat. You didn't just miss the point. You missed the whole freaking boat a long time ago.
Because there's only so many ways that it can be used. And you having a special needs child, and again, I'm talking about you, not your child, should know better than using words like that.
Exactly.
Oh, she actually sent it to Nonsense, too.
Look at, right. Thank you, Yvette.
That's a weird thing to say. Says you having a special needs child, and again, I'm talking about.
It's weird.
I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about your child. What did you say?
This charge
actually sent it to Nonsense too.
Like that, you, not your child. And you having a special needs child, and again, I'm talking about you, not your child, should know better than using words like.
But you're talking about her child by saying that, by bringing up the fact that he's.
No. Can you use those ears? Do you have any thinking ability? Look, supposedly, I'm not knocking anybody. I don't know the facts. She says that she has a special needs child. As a mother of a special needs child, the R word is not something you should co-sign, nor laugh at, nor allow on your panels. Just saying. But that's just my opinion. That goes over your head. We got that because we know
child's special needs. You're talking about the child. Sure, you're using the child to shame.
Pretty soon I'll have my little space set up, and Sir Duke, unfortunately, he's a kiki. He will be in the camera all the time as soon as he can fit his big old butt up here. I'm not going to have much choice. Yeah, we always lose. That's why I don't review her a lot, Chico. Because when I'm done with her, I feel like what the hell is that? Tell me that's not a spider. Guys, if this is a spider, I'm out. It's so tiny, I can't tell. Oh, Lord. Frank. I don't know what it is. What is it? Oh my God, don't let it be a spider. Please, 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 please. I can deal with any. No spiders, no palmettos. No, what is it? Oh, shoo, okay. It wasn't. Oh, my heart about beat out of my chest. It was so damn tiny. Oh, I had to put my glasses on to see what it was. Yeah, no, can't do the bug situation. I can't. Y'all, some of you were here months ago when that damn palmetto bug came on my patio and I left my freaking live. Yeah, that will be your host if it happens again.
Her or whatever. But you're talking about the child. Like, don't get it twisted here.
No. You're missing the point.
The child to try and shame this woman who you conveniently don't want.
You don't have to shame her. What? I can't. I do you have any working, functioning brain cells? Any at all?
like that.
I keep telling you, stick to mixing your drinks. You used to mix some cool drinks. You need to go back to doing that.
Oh, she actually sent it to Nonsense too.
Look at right. Thank you, Yvette. You talk about these people once and look at
weaponizing it.
Mm-hmm.
Still go on.
Boy, that Sarah, she has a mouth. She just,
Yeah, I think Yvette has a point there. Looking at Nonsense's chat here, and I don't see any of like any people here in chat like trying to run narrative or whatever for Brittany or anyone. That's interesting.
Huh?
Some might call that bullying behavior, you know.
Yeah, no, she was bullying behavior. Do I need to send you a dictionary too? I mean, Jesus, I'm going to start buying stock in the dictionary company because there's several of you that need a dictionary. Bullying behavior? Huh? What? What? You can't sit on my lap right now. Get out of my cords. Sir Duke. Oh, he's pissed at me.
Joneson, show me where I got nasty. And no, getting nasty with Deets ain't got nothing to do with Granny. Half the time you aren't even the issue, BJ, but that was a great example.
Hey,
of
Darby.
your channel. Just okay. First of all, who do you think you are? Not
My name is Becky, bitch.
Oh,
You know that.
Everybody, Mickey got a birthday. Happy birthday to you. I can't sing worth a shit, but happy birthday to you.
Nobody cares. Of course, it's Becky though.
That's who I think I am.
Evidently, you
if
care.
If you have a problem with me pointing out the exact things, the exact examples, like your panel guest here, lying, twisting facts, using the R slur, again.
I'm sorry. Who's the victim again that's benefiting from this stream?
No, it wasn't a tick. It was just some little tiny bug.
Out these
Yeah, if it had been a tick, I'd have sprayed the hell out of it. I can't with them nasty buggers either. I check my dog every time I take him out. They just love him. But I give him those treatments, and usually he doesn't get any ticks.
Publicly shame them for things. I'm sorry. Who is she fucking representing here, other than herself in her own pocket? Because look at the views that this stream got. And earlier in
you little jelly that you're not getting them views. There's the reason why she's doing this. Because Nonsense is getting views. Nonsense is getting attention. That's the only reason EKC is doing this.
The stream here, both in hers and Brittany's, because she's commentating in Brittany's, it gets mentioned, it gets pointed out how very little views Nonsense was getting when she streamed about anything else other than.
That's not true. That's totally not true. Some content, you get different viewers. Not all my content is to get views. I do content on things I want to. I don't care if I get 10 views or 1,000 views, honestly, because it's what I want to do on my channel. So there's that. And
Brittany and this community or whatever. Yeah.
That's a you problem. Maybe you should learn how.
Is that why you're doing it? Because look at your channel. Look at your own before you go looking at someone else's.
Trying to look out for victims by trying to keep your views up.
How to do better.
What's up, Josh?
Nonsense that you have the right to go around policing everybody.
Bitch,
that's the problem with people like you.
I ain't ever been the po-po. Okay? I do not think I'm better than everybody. Never. Nope. Anybody in here can tell you that's been around knows that that's far from the truth. I am as broken, as fucked up as everybody else. Yep. But when it comes to victims and standing for what is done to victims and their families in their grave.
Letitia Bias. Let's not forget about how you dragged that grieving mother for fucking months. And
okay, number one, she was the biological mother. Number two, She didn't get dragged for months. She got called out on her bullshit, just that she was co-signing with the likes of you and Molly and Spanky. Yeah, there's that. They were grifting off her biological son's tragedy. Yeah. They were attacking his wife and his children and her family.
Lied about, pushed a fucking bullshit police report that you knew was bullshit. And conveniently, your little partner in crime there has hidden all of those videos about that. I wonder where that is. Maybe because she knows she fucking lied.
Worst moments, you're damn right. You're going to see an ugly side of me, and I'm not apologetic for it. I am completely unapologetic about telling people like you off.
Why is he going on a boat? Something about Riley. What? That dude just never stops.
Who exploit
the elderly,
people going through their worst moments. I have
And who does that fucking benefit? It benefits you. It helps you feel better to get that rage out, to fucking point the finger at someone and tell them exactly how they're wrong and why it is. You're not representing any victims when you do that. You are representing yourself. It's cathartic to you and only you. Let's be real here, all right? Let's own our shit, man. Own your fucking shit nonsense. Quit trying to hide behind, oh, I'm here for the victims. You're not. You're here for your own fucking sense of right and wrong so you can feel better about the fucking crazy world you live in or whatever, okay? That's it. You're not helping anyone, and you know it.
You really don't know what the fuck you're talking about. And I'll say fuck because I'm going to stay in the yellow, and I don't care. You're worth staying in the yellow for, honestly. You're a freaking idiot. She doesn't help victims. You clearly haven't watched her channel at all, have you? You really don't get it, do you?
no care or concern about your feelings about this because you don't have any care or concern about the victims.
Anyone who really did want to help victims, both
Okay.
maybe, I don't know, present, past, and possibly future, would be to try to reach those that you believe are doing wrong or doing harm to victims. It would be to try to come to an understanding. It would be to try to explain things to them, to at least get them to see your point of view. You are doing none of that here. You are just trying to fucking hate people.
No, it's not hate. It's not hate when you call someone out on their bullcrap, their disinformation, their misinformation, and yes, even the malinformation. And you know what that means? Do I have to explain it to you? It's in one of my thumbnails more than once. Because the misinformation they put out can be very harmful. They're grown adults. They know what they're doing. They're doing it for the views and the clicks. They don't care about the child being missing. Because if they truly cared, they wouldn't be putting this stuff out there. They wouldn't be doing 5 and 6 hour lives every night, a couple times a day, sometimes, attacking the child's parents.
And trying to build a fucking hate army against those that you deem deserve it. You and you alone, too, mind.
It is not hate to call someone out on their misinformation. I can't even give them that title because it's disinformation. That is not hate. These people outright lie for views and clicks. They need called out. And I'll continue to do it as long as they continue their behavior. I don't care about their lives. Their personal life has no bearing on anything I do because I don't give two shits. It's what they do on here. It's what they put out about these children and the families.
Okay?
It's wanting the truth out there, not the crap they spew. Because what they spew doesn't help these cases. Doesn't help one bit. It actually mucks it up.
It's fucking self-serving. It is completely self-serving, and it's
Oh
fine.
my
Dude, this is
Lord.
your time on your fucking YouTube channel. You can be as self-serving as you want, for all I care. I support that.
She is on her time and on her own channel.
But own it. Quit trying to fucking be something you're not. Quit trying to fucking tell people, convince people that they should support you because you're doing good here. You're not. You're not doing good. Well, maybe you're doing good for something. I don't know. But you're not doing the good that you claim that you believe you're doing anyway.
Tragedies that you exploit and call it a fucking job.
You're inflated with some type of entitlement to believe that you got it all together, right?
Girl, I ain't even inflated. My lips aren't inflated. My boobs aren't inflated. I mean, my boobs hang low. They wobble to and fro. I can tie them in a knot. I can tie them in a bow. My ass, my ego sometimes is inflated when Kyle's around. I mean, you don't want to talk about what else gets inflated. I mean, come on. Grow the fuck. The shit just turns.
What is wrong with you? Oh my God. Fuck. Oh my God. Like, you're in public, you realize that. When you're on your channel talking publicly like this on a stream, you're in public. You are effectively talking like this in public.
Nuts.
Hey, you
Okay.
got your whole act together nonsense.
And your
you are
point?
entitled to just go around and tell everybody how things should be done.
Yep. Sure. 100% when it comes to victims, because nobody does their best. We could all do better. When it comes to victims and talking about tragedies and exploiting victims, we could all do better.
If you really believe that we could all do better, then you would do what anyone else does, any other rational person does in that situation. Before they go around pointing to everyone else, telling them how they can do better, they first do better themselves.
Oh,
you're not
my
doing
God.
anything different or better. So you.
What? Do you hear her attacking victims and their families? Do you hear her lying and spreading misinformation and inciting hate and attacks on the parents of a missing child? No, you don't. You hear her calling these idiots out on their crappy content, the lies they put out, to try to keep the facts out about what's going on. Not all the disinformation, misinformation that flows out of their traps on a daily.
You do not honestly believe that we could all do better. You already think you're doing the best.
No, she don't. She just said she don't. And in all honesty, we all could.
You're not.
And if you can't see that, you don't even have that half a brain cell I give you credit for.
You couldn't be farther from that.
So absolutely, if it makes people think that, hey, I could always do better, absolutely. I don't feel entitled to do it. I'm not no authority of anything. I'm just an asshole with a YouTube channel and a lot of opinions and a loud voice who will continue to stand on the side of victims and not re-exploiting them over and over and over again. That is a problem for me, and I am not.
That is a problem for me. You don't see this as a problem for victims. You're not acting on behalf of this problem for victims. It's a problem for you. You're representing your problem with this. You are lashing out from your fucking problem. You are self-serving. You're self-serving yourself, I was going to say. You're serving no one but yourself because it's your fucking problem.
Not going to apologize for it today, tomorrow.
I can't. It wouldn't matter. This woman has not a working brain cell. She is not capable. She's just not.
Tomorrow or any other day.
Because you know it all.
I am pretty smart, though. But I'm also a big time smart ass. Or I've been called a dumbass too. You could call me dumbass. I mean, that's a name that I'm used to too.
I'm asking.
Hey, we finally agree on something. All right, I'm getting petty.
People, is she using my real name? Is she using my real name? Is she doxing me? And she's like, if you're...
You building a channel, Jamal? I'll share your link if you are. May help. I don't know. I'm just a tiny channel too, but you never know. Us tiny channels, we all got to stick together. I'll share your link. I copied it. Where did it go? There we go. There we go.
You're doxing me. We don't know your real name.
Hey, it's me, Tiffany.
I don't exploit.
Who the fuck are they talking about? Because I was doxxed by fucking Penelope Lane and Molly Golightly. I don't give a fuck. Kyle's business.
No, you weren't. No, you fucking weren't.
Yeah, distorted is a nice way to put it.
You absolutely were not.
Oh, here we go.
Okay, I'll be honest. I can't prove this. Just like you can't prove who fucking doxed you. But I am absolutely of the belief that you were behind that whole thing, because anyone who really did feel like they were doxed, they wouldn't have put that comment up on screen to begin with. They would have deleted the comment and acted like it didn't even fucking exist, maybe. Or maybe didn't talk about it until after the fact. I don't know, something. But no, you put it up there on display and left it up for the entirety, the rest of that stream. Like you were proud of this dox. You wanted this dox out there. You wanted to make sure people saw it and knew exactly what it was. No one fucking knew your fucking man's name until that name. That fucking comment.
That's not true. That's not true. Everybody in chat seen it, you dits.
You put up on screen and you pointed out, said, that's my man's name. That's what you did. So really, you doxed yourself.
This was gone at. It's going to take a lot bigger bitches than the two of you to make me even blink. I don't know who you're talking about doxing you and all this shit. I don't even fucking know, but...
This isn't about making anyone blink. What the fuck are you talking about? Dude, no one cares. No one cares. Fucking blink, shut your eyes.
Apparently they do, because they are talking about her. And they've done it on many streams. And you're talking about her. So apparently you do care.
Fucking keep them open. No one fucking cares. No one's looking. No one's watching.
That's not a worry of mine. When I got doxxed, it was like a freedom party.
Victims, it's simple. Oh, honey, you exploit everybody else, though.
So you freed yourself.
Nonsense. If you truly believe
witness protection program, I wouldn't be all over social media. I will tell you that much right there.
And Sarah did.
And by the way, backing up a minute, Dark Horse did absolutely come in my chat, sent me the email she sent. She already took accountability for it. She owned up to it. We had a discussion about it, everything. I thought that went amazing. I was extremely proud because she took all the accountability. We talked about it. She didn't try to sugarcoat shit. She said, this is what I did. I was emotional. Like, okay. And sorry, Sarah mentioned that earlier and I was going to say that, but forgot.
Sarah did slip up. She said she was sorry. I told her.
I really do feel bad. I'm sorry.
I told her that shit ain't cool. But let me tell you something.
Who the fuck are they talking about?
The difference between people like you and people like me is unless somebody does some really fat, like some.
Teresa, I'm not a fucking 2-year-old, okay? I don't want to play with you at the playground. I got to share my toys. No, okay? We're too old for this shit.
Can you fair use this,
BKC? Exploits victims.
Can you please talk? Because I'm bored.
I'm not going to leave people like her alone as long as they continue to exploit. So please stop trying to act like.
Okay. So victims can be exploited, but you can go around exploiting people. That seems like a double standard, if you ask me.
No. Calling these idiots out on the misinformation and disinformation they put out, that's not exploiting. That's not exploiting. What they do is exploiting.
I'm curious though. Who's the arbiter of what is considered exploitation? I mean, is talking about a crime?
Look, can you Google something? Jesus God, you want everybody to do your work for you. Do you not understand what exploitation means? Let's Google it. Let's Google it. All right, let's look up exploitation. Seeing as how she can't be bothered to do it, let's do it for her. Jesus. Exploitation definition. The action or fact of treating someone unfairly in order to benefit from their work. The exploitation example of migrant workers. The act of making use of and benefiting from resources. Those are the two. The meaning. Exploitation is the act of selfishly taking advantage of someone or a group of people in order to profit from them or otherwise benefit one's self. Which is what these idiots do.
If either a past crime or one that's happening as we speak, is that exploitation? What exactly is exploitation and who gets to decide this?
Oh my God. I cannot.
Because you have just appointed yourself in that position. No one fucking asked you for it. No one asked you to do it. So I'm curious. Why do you get to do it? You know why you get to do it? Because you want to do it. Because you are fulfilling this need within you to fucking judge other people and deem them.
Not judging them. It's the content they're putting out.
It's wrong. You are, oh my God, you're Katie Truman.
We're on the fucking playground trying to share toys. That's not the thing, okay? I mean, this is just so stupid. Expecting everybody to just get along. We're humans.
Look, I don't care if you eat on stream. Turn your freaking camera off.
A lot of us don't like people.
Quit calling me.
It's too peoply outside for a lot of us at times because people are idiots and think that they're entitled to exploit people going through their worst times. Stop trying to sing Kumbaya. We don't want to do that. The roof is on fire. We don't need no water. Let the motherfucker burn. Hey, burn, motherfucker, burn.
That was Australia.
And
it sounds like you're exploiting fire.
We got people in the comment section that are.
Did you hear what she just said? Sounds like you're exploiting fire. Is she really truly serious? I can't with dumb people. I can't. Oh my God. I take it back. She don't even have that one working brain cell.
Oh my God.
Sir Duke, come on now. Get out of my cords. Come on, baby.
This is where we go wrong. Seriously. This is where people go wrong. When they deem themselves to be above judgment, to be above reproach, because they deem what they're doing to be righteous.
I've never heard her say that she deems herself above reproach. None of us are above reproach. I've never heard that stated. That's in your twisted little mind that doesn't function very well. But okay. But I'm bored with you, girl.
That's what you're doing. You're doing the same exact thing you are getting upset at others for doing.
No.
You're doing it.
No, she's not. She's not out here going at victims and their families. She's not out here putting out misinformation about them. She's not out here attacking them. She's not out here lying about them. What are you talking about? You just truly, that's a good pause. My pause is on point today. Let me screenshot. I don't know if I'll be covering her again anytime soon. Because, remember when EKC tried to, when I did the mod call? And the company decided that EKC would be the one to run out and address it. And she put out that call lying saying it was me. Which obviously it clearly wasn't. But she ran with that anyway. You exploited me, EKC, then. That's total exploitation according to you and what you're sitting here saying. I could have had you struck for that. And I didn't. But you were happy to get out here and lie and spread misinformation. But see, what I did is I came back at you with receipts. Something you couldn't do. Because you're brain dead.
Both to the same people they're doing
Duke,
it to.
you messed with
and
my
to
charger.
them. So you have like twice the fucking body count there, okay? But you you cannot see that. You cannot see the error, the fundamental wrong in your approach here.
Okay. How does she have twice the body count? How does she even have a body count, by the way?
You can't see it because you are so convinced that you are in the right. You're
Duke,
not.
No. Sir Duke,
you are doing more
I'm going to make you go in the house. You're pissing me off.
Are doing. Because you are not only using these victims, as you put it, and their situation, you're not only broadcasting this harm that you say has been done to them. You are putting it out there so even more people can see it. And you're using it and you're exploiting it to hate on this group of people. So you are fucking causing twice as much harm, both to these victims, as you put it, and to other people. You are wrong, nonsense. Now, I don't know what the right way to go about things here is. I mean,
she's wrong because you say so? Because right now, according to what you've stated, you're exploiting her. So that means you're wrong too. You've exploited me. You've exploited her. You've accused us of outright lies that you know are lies. You know because you made it up. So, I just wonder. But who are you to say she's wrong? You don't even know what the hell's going on.
Know the right thing and still know something is wrong, okay? But you are absolutely wrong. And the only person you are serving is your own self. Your own inner hatred.
So the only person you're serving is your inner hatred for her. Because right now, by your words, you're exploiting her. And that means your hatred for me when you accused me of making these phone calls when you knew damn well it wasn't me. Because, 2 years prior to that, you already did a video about the person who did do the calls, which, you might have just had a brain lapse because we all know that half a brain cell isn't functioning well. But so going by what you state, you're an exploiter. You really are.
Your desire for satisfaction. That's what you're doing. That's who you're benefiting, who you're representing. Nobody else. No one else.
Okay. So when you accused me of making those horrible phone calls saying that stuff about a creator I don't fuck with, don't follow, don't support in any way, all because, your little group got called out with the mod call, proved y'all were a bunch of trash. You weren't even a part of that live. You were never mentioned in that live. You were never a part of that call. But you were the one chosen out of the group to come out and hurry up and address it with your exploitation of me and of Katie Joy. Because you exploit the hell out of Katie Joy. So what everything you do, you exploit without a crystal ball. Gotcha.
I'm done with this. Maybe I'll do more later. We'll see.
Yeah. You're done. You're right. You're done. You are so done. And you are so over. Girl. You know the old saying back when I was in high school, when they were passing out brains, you thought they meant trains and you jumped one. Anyway. Oh my God, the girl. She's freaking unbelievable. But, okay. Now, y'all know. Oh, no. It was on my Twitter. That's right. We're going to change it up here. My brain needs a break. God. She is unbelievable. So by her definitions of exploiting, she's exploited nonsense. And she's exploited me. Because y'all remember after the mod call that I did, I played that mod call minus the personal information because I don't dox anybody. And there was some information I didn't feel should have been put out there. Out of the company, EKC was the one who wasn't even a part of the call, never mentioned in a live, was not a part of the live, was the one who they put out. And she put out that video and did a live accusing me of making these nasty phone calls about without a crystal ball. I didn't even know what she was talking about. And she said brewery. I thought she meant a freaking brewery, where they make beer. I had no idea it was a bar. I wasn't around when those calls were made, and I didn't even know Katie Joy existed. So, yeah. And clearly, I played them for you. I mean, it wasn't me. It didn't even sound anything like me. But isn't that exploiting? By her definition, she exploited me. She's so lucky I'm not a striker because I could have struck her for that. I could have. Hey, Lurker. Hey, Rachel. Happy Catterday. Hey, Pink Stripe. I think I said hi, but I want to make sure I did say hi. I love you. You guys got some cool avatars. How you doing, Mark? Anyway, so. And by her definition, she's exploiting nonsense. And again, EKC runs the trap, never shows receipts. Never shows receipts for anything. And if she does try to show you something, it's not legit. She did this, and eventually it slips out of her. She did it because she even said, look at the views they're getting on the videos. Nonsense is getting, Brittany J's getting. She's seen Nonsense having a disagreement with someone, so she jumped on the train. That's all it is for her. She doesn't know nothing about this child being missing. She knows none of it. It was something for her to jump on because she doesn't like Nonsense. She hasn't did a video on Nonsense in a while. And she used to every day. It was stalkerish. It was really weird. I mean, it was like she wanted to wear her skin or something. It was really gross. Yeah, they all are. We call them the company. And I played their mod call where they all got together to discuss. They attacked this woman who's not a creator, every aspect of her life. And they decided to do a mod call, and the idiot passed out the freaking link to people. Well, of course, the call got recorded. It's Discord, please, or wherever they put it out at. It got recorded. What they found out in court, because unfortunately, in order to get these people to leave her alone, she's had to spend like $40,000 taking these people to court to get protection orders. It was that bad. It was awful what they did to this woman, to her life. He was passing out the link to anybody that emailed him for one. So she just used a different name and emailed him, and the dumb fuck sent her a link. So she recorded the mod call. They didn't know that until court. You should have seen the reaction. It was epic. But the one I just reviewed, sadly, the Tube Top Travesty was actually a little smarter than her. That's weird. Exactly. They ruin people's lives and they don't care. Because at the end of the day, hey, Slim Jim, good to see you. Oh, nasty weather? Oh, no. Really? Wow. They said we were supposed to get some rain this morning and it was all dark and gloomy, but Florida, we get the hoopla. We get all that with the hoopla without the actual rain. I think it rained for like 2 minutes. We could actually use some rain. We're getting ready to go through our dry period, though, before storm season starts. So. Liar, liar, pants on fire. Okay, so we're going to switch over a little bit to Bullhorn Betty. Now, everybody remembers, why is there two? That is weird. Why would it show two? Everybody remembers, we've covered this. I don't follow Bullhorn Betty. Oh, that's not mine. Never mind. I was going to say, I don't follow her. Remember a few months back, Betty was on a tangent about SF Investigates, and she was actually filing frivolous complaints against his PI license in a couple places. With lies, of course. She accused him of hacking her Venmo to send her $200. Okay, I'm not going to hack your fucking Venmo to send you money. Let's be for real. But he made a post the other day on his Twitter, because he's not a creator. And he's got the outcome of Betty's allegations, of frivolous complaints she filed against his Tennessee PI license. And I think this is part of the reason Betty drug her feet about leaving to go to Tennessee in the first place. But that's just my opinion. It says, some might recall that a while back, Bullhorn Betty, aka American Law 411, falsely accused me of working as an unlicensed investigator in Tennessee on the Layla Centinelo case. And she did that. We covered that. The video's up on my channel. I don't take videos down. In her fury over my decision to remove the marble slab as Layla's last known location in December, which he did before law enforcement came out with the facts and said that they knew 100%. They knew that Layla was not the person seen at the marble slab, which Betty still will not accept. Says law enforcement's wrong. SF said that months prior to that. Okay. She claimed I had ruined the investigation. I was just an internet PI attempting to report me for unlicensed activity. She soon realized her mistake. She had been spelling my name incorrectly all along. Despite being corrected repeatedly by her own followers for 48 hours, it took her a while to catch on due to, let's say, an intelligence gap. She then escalated her antics by filing a complaint against my license in Tennessee, absurdly alleging that I had hacked her Venmo account. This claim was based on a transaction she received from another fellow genius, Olive Oil, who sent Betty $200. Betty somehow concluded that I was behind sending her that money. Don't try to make sense of it. You will just injure your brain. The Manatee County report she filed about me led to a detective visiting Betty in person and seeing the need, offered her free county mental health services. We reviewed that. I showed you the report when that happened, and that is all true. They did recommend the free mental health evaluation. Let's not forget, all this started because Betty and Olive Oil were outraged when I removed the marble slab as Layla's last known sighting. After I became convinced in November this was a false lead. They had invested heavily in that narrative, accusing me of sabotaging the case by deviating from law enforcement's stance. However, 3 months later, in February, law enforcement confirmed through a press release that they had now determined that the marble slab was indeed a false lead and changed the last known location to the areas around the AmeriCorps Hotel, exactly where we changed ours to 3 months prior. And he's telling the truth because I covered all that. And I even showed you the report released from law enforcement where it stated clearly, but to this day, Betty still says they're wrong and that her and Olive Oil were right, and that was Layla at the marble slab. Okay. This is further proof that Betty knows nothing about investigations or search and rescue, despite posing as an expert in both. She lacks any credentials or training in these fields, and not only misleads the public, but actively harms ongoing cases and the missing. She is a shyster and a cancer to the missing persons world. She represents everything that the other 99% of us in this community stand against. Receipts attached. Here's the receipts. Your complaint and materials were considered by the assistant commissioner yesterday, and the pending complaint has been closed without action. You will receive correspondence of closure via mail from our complaints department, and the closure should reflect in your online account within the upcoming week. There you have it. Okay, let's read his comments. I think he put another part in here. Wait a minute. Oh, I don't have to. It should go down to it. So, there's that. Then we've got Betty. I tried to say that months ago. Betty's problem with him did not even start with the Layla Centinelo case. It started back in the Kylie Rodden case. He refused to give her an interview. She's been butthurt about it since. It was an opportunity for her, and she has drugged this man and his business from one end of YouTube streets to TikTok and back, slamming him with anything she can. He did say that he is going to file a civil suit against her. And he just may follow through with it. He says he's going to. All we can do is wait and see. He says he's going to. He damn sure is, because she definitely went after his business. She defamed and slandered the hell out of him. That she did do. Mm-hmm. That she did do. Bullhorn Betty, what time did Chris arrive? Oh, they're still running with that crap about Chris Proudfoot not being at work and being home at 9 o'clock at night, even though it's been proven and stated even by the PIs that were hired by the dad. They're still running with that because guess where she got it from? Spanky! Okay. Now, this is a day ago. Let me share the screen. Oh, Betty. And some of you probably already know about this, so I don't know. It says, yeah, you're right, Jamal. They never do. They never have no evidence of nothing. Voice changers are cool though. I'm so far behind in chat. I'm sorry, y'all. Hey, Thor. Oh yeah, she told her mods and her friends in her chat, her members, that if they go into these other channels, they're not going to hold a wrench, and she doesn't want them in hers. She doesn't want them around. Yeah, she did. Is this one today? It was from I believe yesterday. It's on his Twitter. It's on SF's Twitter. Let me quicken my lighter before they accuse me of something anyway. This was Betty's posting on her community tab a day ago. Some of you may already know. I've already read it. I don't know. She just had a lot to say here. It isn't true. And I hope that SF really does follow through with going after her, because she has definitely slandered that man's business. On TikTok, on YouTube, on Twitter, on Facebook, everywhere she can. Because she was butthurt that he was helping the family. And she wasn't. She's not a PI. Though she thinks she is. Since I have to clarify every single thing on here because of the lady that I am suing for stalking me, among other things, is continuing to constantly lie. No one's stalking you, Betty. I think you would actually like that, but no one is. Get over yourself. You're not that important. People keep saying that this is a frivolous lawsuit. It is. It is. I stand on that. It is. If this was a frivolous lawsuit, please explain to me how you think it is okay to follow somebody around. Who's following you around? Where's the evidence of that? We've reviewed the evidence you've submitted in this lawsuit. There's no proof that she's followed you around anywhere. I doubt very much that she's coming the whole way from Illinois to follow your ass anywhere. Just saying. Have people report back to you when they are following me around? Huh? You're nuts. Just like you put one of my thumbnails in the lawsuit. Why? I was reviewing your own words, you dumb shit. Anyway, I don't care. I mean, thank you for the, I guess, shout out. I don't know. Anyway, I mean, I don't really give two shits. During strikes, hey, Skull Girl, she blocked Savage for misinformation. What are they doing a live about, Mickey? Are they doing a live going after them? Yeah, exactly, Hope. Exactly. Hey, see, Nikki. Okay, she says that people are following her online, or following me online, reaching out to my mother, reaching out to my pastor, reaching out to other family members in an effort to humiliate me and cause my family disruption. Betty, no one's doing that. I don't believe that for one red second. And you've never shown no proof of that. Your mom goes all over YouTube and other chats, Betty. Just saying. Then, if that's not bad enough, they try to attack my credibility by producing a binder and sending it to everyone. Again, more harassment and stalking because they have known where I'm at in order to send that binder. Betty, you broadcast where you're at on a public platform. That's not stalking, you idiot. There is no binder. It was a freaking joke. And it wasn't even made by her. Then if that's not bad enough, they start reaching out to suspects and persons of interest in homicide cases in an effort to try to get them to throw me in jail. And then She walked them through the process of reaching out to law enforcement and what to tell law enforcement in an effort to try to have me arrested unlawfully. Okay, Betty, that's not true. Number one, you were harassing the grandmother of a murdered child in front of her home with a freaking bullhorn. You guys played over the bullhorn a baby crying. The family member asked for advice and was given advice. Not told what to do, was given simple advice. That yes, you could have been no trespass going on their property. You could have been. It is what it is. And there was no binder. It was a freaking joke. Oh my God. Or to have me assaulted by these individuals. No one was asking someone to assault you or to unlawfully have you arrested. Again, wrong. Dangerous to say the least. And she didn't care how unsafe she made me or the people I was with. You weren't made unsafe, Betty. Nor were the people you were with by anybody but you guys and your own behavior. If you felt so unsafe, why was you there till dark? Why was you there screaming nonstop, being a nuisance and a heckler on the street, wasting 50 calls to police because of you and your little buddy's antics there? All the while they're trying to find the remains of a murdered child. Oh yeah, and if you think it doesn't get worse than that, then the lady decides to come after my channel publicly by telling everyone she is going to terminate me off YouTube platform, causing me massive financial harm, which she attempted to do. Yeah, that's a hard no too. Then, massive financial harm. I thought you said you didn't make no money, Betty. You can't say it's massive financial harm and then turn around and say you don't make any money. Which is it? Regardless, it's not true. Then she goes on saying, I have a frivolous lawsuit. Yet her own attorney at the last court hearing understands this case is going to proceed, whether or not this particular complaint is accepted. No, Betty, that's not what was stated. The countersuit will proceed, not your frivolous lawsuit. The attorney was stating the countersuit, which has already been approved, will proceed. God, you totally lie. Hope I'm okay. Yeah, I'm fine. Hey, T. Hey, voices. Betty, you're freaking delusional. You are freaking delusional. You are really freaking delusional. The attorney wasn't saying your case was going to proceed. The countersuit will proceed. Lastly, the protective order has been argued. No, it was not, because you didn't notice anything up the right way, Betty. What was argued and what is being decided on now by the judge was the attorney, who happened to file his correctly, his motion for dismissal on your frivolous lawsuit, not the countersuit. If for any Lastly, the protective order has been argued. No, it hasn't. We're waiting for an order from the court about the process of the protective order. If for any reason I did not follow the proper process for the protective order, I will be moving forward with the protective order properly, so as far as the protective order, it's not gone away. It won't go away, just like this court case. Betty, shut up. You're not getting a protective order. You have no grounds for a protective order. But okay. At the end of the day, their bad behavior, unlawful behavior, and their illegal. Wait a minute. Betty, unlawful and illegal means the same thing. You understand that, right? I mean, you are this big certified paralegal from this unaccredited school that you took nighttime classes online from. Remember? Okay. Even though you never actually did anything, but okay. We'll be on trial very soon, and I can promise you none of this is frivolous. None of this is going away. Okay. Okay. Now, we're going to read this. This was another one. Now that the whole world has seen how unhinged that lady is, we will no longer pay attention and move on. We have real work to do. Now you know why we are 180K versus 16K. I think the people have spoken. No, they haven't, Betty. You got too many haters on TikTok. And that's TikTok, not YouTube, Betty. And that's why you're staying on your TikTok and you're shoving your TikTok down your subs' throats on YouTube. You're going to get hit for reused content. Don't worry, you will. So then she goes on to say, this is another post of hers. This is from 2 days ago. This one's something. It isn't worth the paper it's printed on. Exactly. Before the idiot, the crusty crab, crusty crotch, crusty mouth idiot comes on here and says I'm grifting for a thing, first and foremost, I want to tell my audience, as well as the rest of the world, and you can go back and fact check this, I have not received public donations. And well, Uber a year and a half, not for my car, not for my adventures, nothing. If you go back and look at my Cash Apps, my Venmo, my Super Chat, stickers, you will see next to no collections there. So I would suggest you fact check the fat mouth that can't put a sock in that wants to drive a lie for a narrative because she's an unhinged basket case. Okay, Betty, I'm going to call you out on that. I'm going to call you out on that because you lying right there. You lying right there. I've reviewed you. You have asked for donations for your adventures and received them. So you're lying. And how many Cash Apps and Venmos do you have? And who's the channel in? Whose name? Just ask. Just ask. Anyway. And do y'all believe she ain't making no money? Come on. Does she not? How many times has she got on here and stated that it's what she gets from her subscribers that she uses to travel around to these cases to be her crime tourist? Okay, she makes no freaking sense. She lies. Wow, I'm on Top Chat. Unbelievable. I was reading this and I was just laughing as she is a joke and disgusting. I just can't with her. She's upset so many people and she doesn't realize how people are laughing at her. She doesn't care. She went to paralegal school over 20 years ago. I went back to college in 2006. I can't even remember algebra or calculus from that long ago. I am sick and tired of her misinformation, speculation, defamation, and exploitation. I hope that Chris and Katie sue the shit out of her. I hope that they sue all of these tragedy pages. Oh, later on tonight when I come live, we're going to review Betty's latest that she's put out. about the Proud Puts and Sebastian. Oh yeah, I just didn't want to combine it with this. Um, but oh yeah, after I get the kids in bed, I'll be back. Hopefully. Anyway, this particular creator has become the laughing stock of YouTube. No, she has not. She gets 1,300 people in her chat every time she goes live, if not more. She gets mad views. That's not a laughing stock, Betty. No one's laughing at her. You, but not her. And has become the poster child of mental health awareness on social media. If you do not believe me, for those that know who she is, go look at her Twitter page, her YouTube page, her community tab. And if you do not think that this woman is whacked out of her mind and completely obsessed with me, then there is no help for you. Well, Betty, there's no help because I don't believe you. She's not whacked out of her mind. Not at all. She actually does really good lives and she always brings the facts. She always backs it up with receipts, Betty. You do grift, Betty. Did you just not get a almost $3,000 camera from your wish list that you lied about, saying you were engaged to get married so that multiple people could donate to pay for that camera? Yeah, there's that.
If you don't decide what we're eating, I'm going to do it. It's 5 o'clock.
Y'all want to eat, but you won't tell me what you want. I'm not a mind reader. Tell me what you want. Wait a minute. She lied to you to help you. Another creator con you out of $70,000? Oh, really? Who might that be? What are you talking about? How is it a con? Is there not a lawyer? Is the lawyer not in court every time there's court? Unlike you, didn't even show up for one. How's that a con? How's that a lie? I don't know. She will not stop because she is now caught with her pants down. It's kind of hard to say somebody's grifting when you can clearly go back for the last year and a half and realize I haven't collected a dime, not for my travels or for any other benefits, unlike them, which has collected well over $70,000 of your hard-earned money. The only grifter on the streets of YouTube are now them. And I can prove it because, again, the only people collecting that kind of money is them, not me. Show your receipts. Really? So, the super chats you get, that's not collecting money. The memberships you get, that's not collecting money. I don't believe in the last year and a half, why did I take my banner off? You have not collected a dime, Betty. That's a lie, and you know it's a lie. You know it's a lie. Betty, I have reviewed you where you have said that you get donos, that your subs support you. Hey, Ange Carter, good to see you. Girl, you hard to talk to in chats. How you doing? How you feeling though? I hope you're feeling better. I know you've been having a rough go of it. Yeah. There's that. But I've actually reviewed you where you have said, and you even put out how much funding you need for your little adventures like the $10,000 you're trying to get for Idaho, or yeah, yeah, that, your camera. Oh, and none of the Cash Apps or Venmos or PayPal's. What do you think when you filed the lawsuit? If you switched them to someone else's name, it wouldn't come back to you? You think people are that stupid? But you get super chats, stickers, you get memberships. Oh, Betty, I don't believe none of what you're saying. That's padding Betty's salary. She is nuts. My family's yelling at me about what to eat, but they won't tell me what they want to freaking eat. I'm not a freaking mind reader. Mom can't have. I'll send him to Bullhorn, Betty. She wouldn't like that. Yeah, she wouldn't like that. But maybe I don't know. I don't know. She drives me up a wall. She drives me up a wall. And she's the victim. Yet, look at all the misinformation, outright lies. She outright lies. Now, let's be honest. She outright lies. The only reason why she hasn't collected more money is because no one is willing to give it to her. Yeah. But every time she shows her TikTok videos, she keeps showing that thing above her head where people are paying to subscribe and giving her. She's lying. And that's going to be easily provable. She's trying not to have to show income, but she's going to have to. She's going to have to if it gets to that point. I'm just hoping that the judge dismisses her frivolous lawsuit, but the countersuit will continue. And that's what the lawyer was stating to her. But, Betty doesn't listen to nothing because Betty thinks she knows everything. Betty's mother supports her, in my opinion. She just doesn't want to support her at 44 when her... Yeah, well... You think you might need more sleep, and you crack me up. I just hope you're feeling better. I know you've been really having it rough. Oh, this week only large 2-topping pizzas. Oh, it's only carry out. Let me ask my husband if he wants to go get them. Let me ask him. I would be right back. Okay. That was an easy question. Would it be considered too petty if I were to do a debunking of her earning her wages as an electrician at 2, doing CPA work by age 5? Wendy. Yeah, I'm sure Elon Musk either owns or part owns PayPal. I don't know. Cash App is owned by PayPal. I found this out when I tried to open a UK account and they wouldn't let me. Oh, I didn't know that either. Yeah, I didn't know that either. That's wild. I really didn't know that. Okay. I'm sorry, guys. I'm looking at chat, trying to catch up, and looking at ordering. Beacon. She is. She's. I want to. Um. I want to see her. Oh wait, I gotta change out. Shoot. Okay. Anyway, I guess that's why her car is always having problems. Yeah, I was gonna. Yeah. Yeah. Uh, oh no. Okay. All right. Anyway. One day they were popped down. Oh, I don't understand some of the things. Okay, what is incomplete? It is not incomplete. Let me see what this is doing. What is it doing? Why is this giving me a hard time? These freaking things never give me a hard time, or give me a hard time. I don't like using these. Now see, it added more than I want to. I did complete the coupon. What is it doing? Oh Lord, this is driving me nuts. I hate using these coupons. Uh, oh, you can only use one coupon. Okay. So which one is? What is the incomplete coupon? Any two? No, remove. I don't want to remove that one. Sorry, it's giving me a really hard time. I don't know. It's like the internet's not working. I don't freaking know, but it's just giving me a hard time. Of course, because I wanted to. So do you guys really think she's made no money? Do you really think that's not possible? That's not true. I don't believe that for a minute. But I'm gonna come back later tonight. After I get the kids in bed and everything, probably be like around 9, 10 o'clock. Hopefully, I'm gonna really try hard to, and we're gonna go over some other things that Betty has done, that some of these other tragedy pimps slash tragedy vultures slash crime tourists have done, and we'll handle it from there. And we'll have some laughs. But I thank you guys all for joining me and hanging out with me. Sorry I was distracted there for a minute. I was trying to order something and it wasn't working. And you haven't answered me yet. How are you doing? How are you feeling? Okay, I'm a dum-dum. Sometimes I also can't figure out why the red live line was all the way to the left, but I started chatting anyways. That's okay. I'm just glad you came in. I was worried about you. I know you've been battling it. But I'm going to end this because I've been on for too long. And I got to feed my family. But I will see you guys later tonight. And I will show you some stuff with some Slimy and Betty. And, the rest of the crew. But you guys, thank you all for hanging out with me so long. Thank you for the chats. And I will see y'all later on these. All right, y'all have a good evening.
Is it ordered? Okay.
Thank you. I'll talk to you later. Bye bye.